Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Learning Room. This is Lecture 15 of our crash course in morphology. In this video, we will explore the functional/cognitive approaches of morphology, one of the most influential perspectives in modern linguistics. By the end of this video, you will understand how formal functional or cognitive approaches work and process. Linguists often bring together different modern theories that share common interests in meaning, usage, and cognition, and collectively refer to them as functional and cognitive approaches of morphology. These approaches study how word formation is connected to meaning-making, real communication, mental processing in the mind, and actual everyday language use. Instead of treating morphology as only a system of abstract rules, these approaches highlight how real speakers understand words, process them mentally, and use them in real communicative situations. There are three types of functional or cognitive approaches of morphology. First is cognitive approach, second is natural approach, and third is constructive approach. The cognitive approach looks at morphology as part of the human mind, focusing on how words are linked to cognition, conceptual structures, mental categories, and internal representation of language. It explains how speakers do not store words randomly, but organize and understand them systematically in their mental language system. The main idea of this approach is that word formation is closely related to human thinking processes. Speakers build and interpret new words using conceptual patterns, mental associations, and analogy with existing words. In the cognitive view, words are not independent or mechanical items. Instead, they are connected to mental systems where meaning is stored and organized in structured ways. For example, new words like eco-friendly, interest-based, and student-centered are easily understood because speakers rely on existing mental patterns and schemas, so familiar structures help interpret and process new word formations. The key features of this approach are: it gives priority to meaning and how speakers conceptually understand and interpret words rather than only their structural form. It examines how words are mentally stored, organized, and processed in the human mind as part of the cognitive system. According to this approach, words are grouped into mental categories, where some examples are seen as more typical prototypes than others, helping in classification and understanding. Speakers often create or understand new words by comparing them with existing familiar patterns, using analogy as a mental strategy. Lastly, human real-life experiences play an important role in shaping how words are formed, understood, and interpreted in language use. Next is construction morphology. It was developed by Geert Booij as a modern framework for understanding how words are formed and structured in language. This approach integrates three important components: morphological structure, the mental dictionary, lexicon, and construction grammar, which studies patterned form, meaning pairings. In main view of this approach is that words are treated as constructions where form and meaning always come together. A morphological construction is a repeated and recognizable pattern that carries both structural shape and semantic interpretation. For example, the pattern X-friendly is a productive morphological construction where different words can fill the slot X to create new meanings. This pattern allows the creation of multiple words such as eco-friendly, child-friendly, and user-friendly by replacing the variable element X. Speakers can easily understand new words because they already recognize the underlying construction patterns stored in their mental language system. Now let's discuss the key features. In construction morphology, each construction combines a specific form with a specific meaning, so both meaning and form cannot be separated from each other. This approach focuses on identifying repeated and systematic patterns in word formation, like the example above, rather than treating words as isolated units. Another feature is that it highlights that morphology is not separate from vocabulary or grammar, but works together with the mental lexicon and grammatical structures in language. This approach treats productivity as the ability of speakers to form new words by using existing and familiar morphological patterns or constructions. Lastly, in a usage-based view, language patterns are not fixed in advance. Instead, they develop and become stronger through repeated use in real communication. Up next is natural morphology. It originates from natural linguistics and emphasizes that language structure tends to follow natural principles that are easier for humans to use and process. It investigates why certain word formation patterns are simpler, more regular, and more frequently used in comparison to others that are complex or irregular. Main idea of this approach. It suggests that languages tend to favor structures that are simple and productive, while irregular or highly complex forms are less stable and less natural in usage. It also explains morphological patterns by considering how easily they are processed, how transparent their meaning is, how frequently they occur, and how efficiently they support communication. For example, regular plural formation follows a consistent rule where S is added to most nouns, making the pattern easy to learn and apply, like cat, cats, and book, books. Whereas irregular plurals do not follow a single predictable rule and must often be memorized individually. For instance, mouse and its plural is mice. Therefore, in natural morphology, asterisk regular patterns are considered more natural because they are easier to process, learn, and predict in language use. Now, key features. Naturalness refers to the preference for clear, simple, and transparent linguistic structures that are easier for speakers to understand and use in natural morphology. Productivity means that patterns used more frequently in language tend to become stronger and more widely applied in forming new words in natural morphology. In natural morphology, ease of processing means that morphological forms should not be difficult for speakers to recognize, understand, or produce in real communication. And transparency refers to the clear and direct relationship between a word's form and its meaning, making interpretation easier for speakers and listeners. Finally, language economy means that languages naturally prefer shorter, simpler, and more efficient ways of expressing meaning without unnecessary complexity. That's all for today's lecture. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next lecture. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer them. Your feedback really matters to us, so let us know whether these lectures are helpful and how we can make them even better. Your room to learn is just a click away. Like and subscribe today.